Kobe gets his own day. Joey Bosa cannot get his way. And Lochte and Hope Solo, Ryan Lochte, my mind is everywhere, and Hope Solo are starring in tonight's segment of Athletes Behaving Badly. And your squad is back from a summer hiatus. Up next on Sports Weekly.
You are tuned into Black Hollywood Live, Sports Weekly.
What?
I can't. Charlie's like on point with this right now.
Are you eating ice cream?
I like Charlie's dancing. Yo, we got 5. We got 5 on it tonight.
Tony
Romo, yes. Guys,
Oh, man.
we're getting crunk, and we got low earlier. We had cast photos today. Welcome to Sports Weekly. We are back from our summer hiatus. We know that you guys have missed us. Our last episode was the Ladies' Night special. Aren't you happy it's not Ladies' Night tonight? Aren't you
That was
happy?
good, though.
I know you guys
I liked Ladies'
I
Night.
did- I did too.
It was funny.
I liked it.
It was controversial. Controversial it was. I'm Erica Renee Davis. You're watching Sports Weekly every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. You can find me on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, and on Instagram at Erica Renee D.
Is it me? Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
I haven't been here in a while.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Joshua Johnson here, and I'm happy to be back with these beautiful ladies and this handsome. Charlie, you all right? You good?
Thanks.
You good?
Handsome.
Charlie.
You handsome. You handsome.
Charlie
You good.
Brown.
Find me on social media at JJ the Talented, all forms of social media, and the website joshuajohnson.tv.
Oh, that's new.
Ooh,
No, it's not new. I just need to be updated, though.
Oh, that's nice. I
You
like
can still
that.
go there.
Hey guys, this is Charlie Myers. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'm glad to be back here.
Yeah.
See your lovely faces.
Good to have you back, man.
Hey guys, it's Raina. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter at Raina_LA. Don't forget the H.
McCall.
Oh, what's up, everybody? I didn't get the memo that I wasn't supposed to be here, but I'm here. So what's going on? It's your girl, McCall Hall. You can find me on social media when sports and pop culture collide at McCall Hall. And I'll be on Snapchat the whole time.
Right, okay.
Sure.
And as always, follow all things Black Hollywood Live on blackhollywoodlive.com. Follow Black Hollywood Live on Twitter at BHL Online, and follow us on Sports Weekly at The Sports Weekly. Again, guys, we are now back to our regularly scheduled program, and this is your core group. So when you want to tweet us and get into sports arguments with us and debate with us on Twitter, on Instagram, or give us hate messages
Don't
on our
argue
YouTube
with me.
comments, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Just
It's all
her
love.
specifically.
It's all
You
love.
might get blocked.
Might get blocked.
But this is the core 5, final 5, like the gymnastics.
Final five. That's a good one.
That's
Final
a good
five.
one. Oh,
Five.
kudos,
Going for the
Erica.
goal.
I like
That's a
that.
good one. Just trademark that.
And Dre's probably out there watching. Dre is still with us, but he'll be here on an interim basis. If you guys are looking for Dre.
Can we say why?
Well, I don't know. Can we? Okay. Well, Dre had a baby.
It's on Instagram.
Well, I mean, he didn't have a baby. His wife had
Well,
a baby.
yeah. Congrats, Dre had a baby.
He had
So
a portion of it.
He had something to do with
He had
it.
something to do with
he
it.
donated his sperm.
Legend.
Like
Gene.
heaven. Legend Dean
So
Taylor.
cute.
Right. Legend Dean
Shout out
Taylor,
to
right?
Dre and
Okay.
fam.
Shout out to the family, Dre.
All right, Raina. It's all you girls.
Yes.
All you.
It's me. So it's been a pretty good week for Kobe, I'd say. On Monday, he's officially started his business venture, which we'll talk about soon. Tuesday, he celebrated his 38th birthday, and
His who?
yes, 38th
Oh, okay. I
birthday.
was like 30th.
38th, no.
Lies.
He still look good, though.
Get back in the
I'm
game.
saying.
Come back.
You got some more years left.
And yesterday, Los Angeles city officials declared August 24th as National Kobe Day. I know for
Now, is it
like,
National Kobe Day, or is
it's-
it just like
it's
Kobe Day in LA?
I think it's just Kobe Day.
I thought it was just in
24.
LA.
You can make it national if you want.
I'm making it national.
Did
just
nobody
saying.
in Boston take the day off?
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
True.
Right.
National Kobe Day for, I guess, California. Whatever
8/24.
it is.
Southern California.
Southern California. So,
Right.
guys, I want to ask.
Nope.
Oh,
You already know what I'm going to ask,
When I
right?
heard about this, I was like, what is Erica going to say?
So,
I
So,
think she gonna
I know.
have
Let's
some kind of
just start with
snarky
Erica.
comment.
Erica, do you think that this was too much, that he didn't deserve his own day? Do you think it was just...
My question is this day going to be like, you know how Lil Wayne and all these rappers or celebrities get the keys to the city just for that day? Like, they don't really have the keys. Like, it's ceremonial. It's not really like, they don't have the keys to the city. Is this really going to be his day every year, for real?
I think... Go ahead.
You got info on that?
That's what my assumption is. I think that
Then-
it's just a one-time deal.
Okay, well, then awesome. Awesome.
I think it's just a one-time deal. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a great player, blah blah blah. But I don't think we need to have every day.
Yeah.
Every
He's no Martin Luther King.
Yeah, no.
He ain't even magic.
He's not even magic. Well, he
have
does
a
have
day
5
off.
rings.
That
a
was
day off
my...
of school.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, me, No, that's cool. I mean, National Kobe Day or local Kobe Day, whatever.
Kobe.
Local
California
Kobe.
Kobe Day.
I'm pretty sure it's just for the day. He
Just for this
retired,
year.
Just for this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Summer
mean,
16.
matter of fact, I'm a Kobe fan, but when I heard about it, I was kind of like, why? Because I thought we were gonna let him just go and ride off into the sunset. You know, we had his farewell tour, and let's move on. I'm a Kobe fan, but let's kind of move on.
Gotta
But
milk it for all it's worth.
Okay.
Get that teat.
Kobe Day, I didn't do anything special about it.
So, do you think now I'm thinking about past Lakers. You mentioned Magic, Kareem. Why did they do this for Kobe instead
Yeah.
of
Because
those
Magic has
two?
5 rings too.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I heard that Tim. Okay, I'm going off of current players. I heard that Tim Duncan got a day.
Okay.
I think he's gonna have a day or had a day.
He won't show up for his day though.
But the stat that shocked me was Michael Jordan never had a day. Now I love Magic, but Mike never had a day, and Kobe got one.
I mean, you probably got to just blame the marketing department for the whatever sports organization or whatever the mayor is of that town, because I mean, if they didn't think of that, then that's their bad. But Kobe got a day.
True. I think that
So-
Mike, if the opportunity presented himself, I think there would be, of course, a national MJ Day.
Your day.
I think it's because social media is such a big
Yeah,
presence
that's what it is.
nowadays.
True.
And so
Yeah.
back then, Michael Jordan did a great job, but social media doesn't even exist back then.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they didn't do a day, fans would be upset.
I don't think
I
fans
give
are.
you ditto fingers on that.
See, I don't think any fan was sitting around thinking, "Oh, Kobe really needs some more accolades."
No.
Like I
Like,
said,
It
just-
surprised me, really. I didn't know this was
It
even
did,
talked
and I
about.
think that I thought he would maybe get maybe a statue or something outside
Yeah.
Staples Center.
I mean, which he still
that's
might.
cool.
That's
He
right.
I-
Yeah.
He
Don't
probably
worry.
will.
I
Don't
just
worry.
heard that. I thought I heard that he didn't want one of those.
He wants
He's a
one.
he's
Put
a
one out
lie.
there. Put one out there.
Right?
He's a lie.
Liar.
Lies.
You want a day, not a statue. Oh,
He'll
okay.
get it all. And Vanessa might get something too.
Vanessa's gonna
Yeah, so
definitely
she
go.
looks
She'll
so
get
cute,
half,
pregnant.
at least.
She's so cute.
Oh yeah, her
Is it a
baby
boy or a girl?
Girl.
Girl,
It's a
another girl.
Another girl.
What a curse. Kobe's
I mean,
curse. That's a
hopefully
curse.
it's a healthy
Erica,
baby, but
What?
Have you ever
Kobe
do you
needs
watch
a boy.
Breakfast Club?
I'm burping, so
Yes.
don't look over here. Sorry.
They Charlemagne says that's the player's curse. If
Oh, yeah,
you're
I
a
heard
man
that. I heard
who
that.
sleeps around a lot or had a past of that, you'll only have
Only have
girls.
girls.
Ooh.
So
Damn.
that's a
Woo.
sign that Kobe probably is not the most faithful person, which we all know that.
Yeah.
Maybe we having boys, so I just want to let you know that.
That's funny. There you
Sip your
go.
tea.
Oh, man.
Okay, so moving on. Kobe partnered with his longtime friend Jeff Stabell, I hope I'm saying it right, and formed an $100 million capital fund investing in tech and media companies. The firm in general was created to develop and help upcoming entrepreneurs. Bryant and Stabell have been they've been partners since 2013, and they've invested in over 15 companies. And
Have any of those companies done well?
to name a few,
Do we know?
to name a
Body
few,
Armor is
to
one.
name a
I've
few,
drunk that
Body
before.
Armor's Players Tribune, the media outlet.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
They
okay.
use that.
But these two that I really didn't hear about, but it's a legal services company called LegalZoom and
Oh,
a juicing,
I know
That's
Legal
big.
Zoom.
Everybody
Yeah.
well,
that's
okay,
huge.
well, juicing company Juicero.
Never heard of that.
Anyone heard of that?
Nope.
Yeah, so some athletes had some similar interest in breaking into the business world post the league. And to name two, Shaq, he's invested in a few tech companies, and also Carmelo Anthony.
And the Sacramento
actually-
Kings, too.
Yes. Carmelo Anthony started Mellow 7 Tech Partners.
Yeah.
So do you think Kobe and Bryant Stabell, do you think that could be successful, or what are your thoughts on him moving into the business world?
I mean,
Go ahead, Josh.
no, I think I mean, I don't think the name Kobe Bryant, I mean, makes you any less susceptible to
Yeah.
bad business ventures or investments. I think you're just at risk. If anything, you're probably more at risk because you have more people running to you to get your money, have you invest. Kobe invest in this, Kobe invest in that. I've got this great idea. So, I mean, if anything, he's just like the next man who's trying to invest, except he just has more money to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're on the basketball court, as Kobe was, I mean, he had control over what he was doing. If he had a bad night shooting, he can go in the gym and shoot 400 shots and get back the next night. But in the investment world, there's too many variables. You've got
That's true.
you've got markets, you've got products, you've got foreign exchange, you've got consumers. There's too much at stake. So he doesn't have the control over the markets and investing that he does over basketball. And just because he's Kobe doesn't mean he's going to be successful. I wish him the best, but
Yeah. I think Kobe has always shown that he's like the consummate perfectionist. He's a Virgo, like us. And
Like Beyonce.
yes,
Like us.
like us.
like you guys.
Yes, exactly. And so, just
I'm an Aquarius.
you're
Leo. So.
Virgo season. And yes, I think that he, like you said, will definitely not be immune to the failures of investing large amounts of money. But I think that Kobe is going to dot all his I's and cross all his T's. And he's very smart, obviously. He knows how to... He's very conniving.
The compliment was coming for Kobe.
Something was
It started off nice and then
How about
it's
he's just shrewd? He's the black mamba.
But that's not a bad thing. I think that kind of like boss mentality is what you need to succeed when you're investing large amounts of money. I think he's going to be paying very close attention to how his money is being managed, to where it's being invested, and if he's smart, he will continue to invest in like startups like Snapchat. Well, Snapchat's not a startup anymore. But newer millennial-focused, millennial-based technology.
He's going to be very discerning, to your point, because he has so much money to offer. Now, I will share. I had the opportunity to hear Kobe Bryant firsthand at the Variety Sports and Entertainment Summit, and he talked about this $100 million that he wants to give out. And Kobe said he's got all these ideas, but he wants it to be organic. He doesn't want to put out an application for people to, get his money and things like that. He wants it to be organic. He wants a referral, a word of mouth. He also said that most of his ideas come from the shower.
Okay.
He said a lot of his ideas come from when he takes a shower. So... if you want to get at Kobe, hit him up while he's in the shower.
I like that.
With Vanessa.
A lot of things.
Where's Vanessa? Well, she's barefoot and pregnant.
I mean, but if he puts his name on some of these things, that may carry more weight.
It will.
Him being Kobe
yeah.
Bryant.
But you know what? I don't know, because sometimes when you, I'm just playing both sides of the fence, but sometimes when you see a big celebrity's name on a product, it looks like, they just put that person's name on the product to sell it.
I mean, it depends on the product.
Yeah. So sometimes I think that can diminish the allure for me anyway.
To your point about Shaq, he's now a partner with the General Insurance or whatever.
I saw that. That looked kind of what?
Is he
Shaq
a
from the
partner
General?
though, or is he just doing the commercial?
I don't know all the specifics, but I see him on the billboards, and I'm sticking with Geico.
Yeah.
I went out for a General ad one time. I didn't book it.
Me
But
either.
way down, you have to go way down to Orange County to that casting office.
I did.
Oh man, why?
Only
so
like
far.
like a church or like a courtyard.
Yeah.
Virgo season.
Yep.
Virgo season.
Way out the 30 miles on. Way out.
It was. Okay. Oh, that's all you got for us?
That was my mama move.
Can I say something before you go?
Of course you can.
Tony Romo, guys, you guys are probably watching preseason football, but Tony Romo hurt his back on the first series of this preseason game against the Seahawks.
He can't catch a break.
Because he was going against all the
breaks.
Oh, that's right. He catches all the breaks.
Here we go.
Okay. Dang, y'all.
Is it bad? Is it bad?
Erica. So timing-wise,
Yes.
Tony Romo tends to have injuries throughout the season. Is this the fastest injury
I think so.
he's had?
I think this is the fastest, or the earliest into the season that he's been injured.
Because sometimes he doesn't start the season, and then he'll come back
and then get injured his second game or whatever. And this is, and for me, like, I loved watching Dak Prescott at Mississippi State, SEC boy, and I've always believed in him, not because he's an SEC boy, but because he's big and he has a great arm, and he's like the prototypical quarterback. And oftentimes we look at black quarterbacks as not having like the prototypical body type, but he does. He's not short and small like Mike Vick, and you remember, because Mike Vick was tiny.
Wait, Dak Prescott is black?
Wait, who is that Prescott?
McCall. He's biracial, but yes.
SEC?
I didn't know that.
Mississippi
I'm
State,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm a Pac-12 girl. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's black. I mean,
His name is Dak. I didn't know.
That's a good
How do you spell it?
It's D-A-K, but I think it's short
That's
for
kind of
something.
tight, though.
It's short for something else, I believe.
Like Daquan.
No.
Please.
He's mixed, so it's
Stop.
probably like Dakota. I'll look it up.
You can call me.
I hope it's not
You can call me
Dakota.
Dak for
We'll
short.
see. Okay, that's
Dak
all I
for
have
short.
to say.
But-
I guarantee you there are a multitude of people watching this show right now. Thank you for your support. They didn't know Dak Prescott or whatever his name is
Dak
was black.
Prescott.
Poor Tony Romo, though.
I really want to know what
Summer
it's
16,
Dak
going
is
back to
short
back.
for.
He's
look it up.
I think
he's the
It's not. It's definitely not Daquan. It's not.
Hit the Quan.
Okay.
he's the Derrick Rose of football.
He is the Derrick
Yes.
Rose.
No,
We'll
but
talk about him
not to go
soon.
into that story too far, but when is it time to move on from Tony Romo?
Today.
Now,
It
today,
was time
yesterday.
last year.
Yesterday.
I'm just wondering.
It was time last year. They keep believing in Tony Romo. And I don't understand. He was 35 years old and injury prone. He wasn't 35 years old for 3 years, but he was in his mid 30s for a while and injury prone year after year after year after year. And you keep hanging your hat on hoping that Tony Romo's healthy at the end of the season. And he never is. And even when he is, he still gets hurt. The first game of postseason, like, what the hell are the Cowboys? I'm sorry.
You better drop him off your fantasy
Tony
league roster.
Romo
my
got
friend.
I hadn't
Go,
even get my. They're an accident waiting to happen. But here's the real question: are you guys relieved?
Rain Dakota Prescott.
His name is he's mixed.
I'm gonna save all of my
Rayne.
How do you spell
Rain.
Dakota?
Like Dakota.
because I don't
Like
want to
Dakota
say
Fanning?
shade because I'm trying to be a better person.
Yeah, because you were a bad person in the
Because
last
I was
episode,
bad.
so don't do it again.
We were both, all three of us.
Rain.
But here's my question. Jerry Jones had an opportunity to draft Johnny Manziel a couple years ago.
Yes.
So are you guys happy he didn't draft Johnny? Obviously, you probably
Yeah.
are. But, what do you guys feel about this drafting of Dak? Do you think that was smart now?
So smart. I think it was smart again because I've been following his college career. So I knew that it wasn't a dumb move, and they got him in the 4th round. So to get a quarterback of that caliber in the 4th round who looks like is going to be the future of your franchise, that's a big blessing. You didn't have to spend a ton of, it's like the Russell Wilson. Like he could end up being the Russell Wilson
Really?
for the
Hawks.
Cowboys. I mean, I'm not, y'all. I mean, he hasn't played a down of real regular season NFL football yet, but he went, late in the draft, and he might be their starter come week 1.
The fans
Might
want
have to
him.
be.
The
Let's
fans
see
want
how
him.
hurt
And
Romo
Des Bryant, during their last preseason game, told the coaches, don't take me out. I want to get some snaps with this Dak kid.
Right.
Dakota.
Dak.
I'm calling him Dakota.
Okay.
I like that.
Dakota.
Put Dakota in.
Well, on the
I like that.
Sorry, Charlie. We trumped you.
No. I like the Dak. No, not like that.
Once you go Dak,
Goddamn. As soon as I just look at you. Anyway,
Hard drives.
did you guys hear about Joey Bosa?
Yes.
why is it like you setting up a joke? Did you guys
Hear about Joey Bosa?
Yeah.
So,
happened to
Joey Bosa, he signed with, did not
No.
sign with the Chargers. The Chargers have had 3 deals that they've sent out to him, and then they officially sent a press saying that this is what they sent to Joey, and he's not wanting it. He's saying not having this contract, and he's not wanting to sign. I'm confused because he's a rookie going into the league. He needs to prove himself to get into there, and
Was
he's
the first round draft pick?
that's what I said
number
too.
3. So if he's going to start again and go into the draft in 2017, is he trying to go for number 1 or what's going on? What do you guys think?
I think that first round draft picks have a sense of entitlement, whether across all sports. So I don't know about baseball as much, but definitely for basketball and for football, first round draft picks traditionally get paid, whether or not they've performed, because you get your money and then you get your contract, you get your money, you get your endorsements, and then you hope that you can prove yourself on the court or on the field. And I think Bosa's mentality, and also he comes from a football family too.
Yes.
So he has that football pedigree. He comes from that pedigree, and he doesn't. I don't say he doesn't need the money, but he has more, I don't know, leverage, because he knows
I can
what
do with leverage.
he has a leverage because he knows the name of the game, he knows the business. He can sit out a year, take a break year, come back and get drafted, and do this all again. He's not losing anything. I think
It's definitely a business decision.
I think that he is losing something, because if you are not signing with a team, you are going to have to pay for your training, and you have to train the whole entire year.
but if your dad was an NFL player for X amount of years,
yeah, you've been
you've
having training.
You've been
NFL
having training. And
caliber
your
training.
pockets, like your money is not funny.
But is
Your
this the
money's not
end
funny.
of negotiations? Are they
Yeah.
done?
They're literally
Got
done.
Are they just going to restructure the deal?
The Chargers said that they've done. They've already restructured it. They've said. I think that they're putting him in a bad limelight. So
They are.
right now,
I mean, that's what his camp is saying. that
Exactly.
You've been following the
They're,
story
they're doing
too?
this in the media.
Kind of, sort of, but
Negotiating
continue.
the media.
Right now they released that press that press release and saying that he didn't sign it. Why don't you keep that internal and try to negotiate a contract with just him and his agents and everything instead of
Right.
publicizing?
But they might
That's
be trying
what's
to
a bad
press
taste in
him.
my
little petty.
They might be trying to press him into
was
signing.
Mm-hmm.
Once it gets out, you look like a spoiled brat. Here's what's going to happen to Joey Bosa.
What?
I haven't been following super closely, but I come from an NFL family. I've got plenty of family members who have played in the NFL. You pull that stunt while you're a rookie. You come back to any team next year, even if you do get drafted, we're going to come for your head.
Thank you.
It's going to mess up the locker room. You've got guys who have taken pay cuts,
Yep.
who have families, who have done a lot more for a lot less, and you're going to be a brat?
But
I'm with that. I have to agree with
But
McCall.
can you blame him for knowing his worth and his
Yeah.
value and wanting to hold out for more money?
Absolutely not.
It's a business. NFL is a business.
Yeah, I agree.
And they'll pull some stunt on you and get rid of you
will.
before you can even touch the field.
No, I agree.
So if you can do what you can do to get as much money as you can in a dangerous sport, then do it. I don't blame the guy.
I don't
if
blame
he feels
him.
he can get a better deal, then by all means get a better deal.
I agree there. I just worry about locker room chemistry.
My question to you is: he's trying to pull a Eli Manning, where he wouldn't put on the Charger cap. Did you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, he put on the Charger cap and everything, but is it because the Chargers are in a transition point? Does he not want to sign with the team because they could be potentially going to LA or wherever? I feel like there's a lot of factors that we do not know, and that's where. Again, I think it's stupid that he didn't sign with the Chargers because he's going to be...
because why?
Because he's a rookie and he needs to prove himself.
Do you know what the
that's
difference...
not the name of the game anymore. You don't have to prove yourself.
You don't.
You can get a lot of money without even touching the field.
Do we know if it's a major discrepancy? Are we talking
I think it's like
of per season? If it's more than $2 million a season, then yeah, I'm going to sit out.
It's like $100K. It's not that
A
much.
season? Are you sure is that little...
It can't be $100K.
That's what
That sounds
I'm looking it
petty, LaBelle.
That's the difference between like 6.9 million and
Petty
7
wop.
million.
Petty wop.
Well, then again, it's not my money to
100,000.
earn.
Honey, I'll go out there and run a few sprints for you.
Right.
I'll
I'll take a 1% of that.
Come on and get this word.
Right.
We gotta look that up because if it's $100K, I'm going to his camp and I'm gonna whoop him.
I think that we all... Well, I don't know if you agree, but my sentiment is that because, like you said, Josh, football is such a dangerous sport. You got to get your money up front. You have top. I think like my one of my classmates, who's a little bit younger than I am, Sean Marino, like was a top 10, top 11 draft pick, and got his money, and then like is out of the league in a few years. And so, I think because the tradition now is to get paid. You have to get paid. You cannot fault Bosa for standing his ground on this. I mean, I guess when it comes down to locker room chemistry and being a team player, it looks, less than favorable. It looks like he's not a team player. It looks like a poor sport. But I mean, what the heck? Like, what do you want him to do? Like,
the team isn't going to look out for you.
Do you guys feel
the
confident
NFL
that
has the money. Like the NFL, like the the owners, it's $1 billion industry, and
yeah,
so
they got the money.
they got the money. So it's kind of like, I'm going to yank your chain. Like, I'm going to call your bluff on this. Y'all have the money to pay me. And there's no reason for people underneath him who went after him to be getting paid more than him.
He's number 3 pick?
So
Number
that's
three.
the
He's
other
gonna go
thing.
somewhere.
So there are players that have gone after him that are getting paid more.
I think so. Let me
Well, we'll
That-
figure
we
that
have
out.
to
But
we have
here's
to go back.
this is my question to you as the panel. Do you think that this behavior will scare other GMs away from wanting to deal with him because he seems to be, and I'm not calling him a diva, but some people might be saying, well, that's a diva move. Do you think that will scare other GMs away from wanting to draft him? Next year?
Not if they feel that he'll be a valuable asset to their team. They're going to give him the money he wants.
That's fair. Hell, pay me. Cut the check.
I just feel like the Chargers are cursed.
They are cursed.
And that's the truth.
It's coming from a Charger fan. It's hurtful to see that it's not happening. I get both sides. I really do. But I just wish they would come to some sort of agreement because he's going to be a star player. He's going to make a difference for whatever team he signs with. So
Well, the GMs know that.
But because the Chargers just are on a downward spiral, I mean, or I can't say a downward spiral. They've been very stagnant.
they put money
Year
where
after
they
when do
don't
you
need
move on
to.
from Phillip Rivers?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
They're not.
Never.
They're never going
They're
to.
never going to do that, which is probably another reason Bosa was like, I'm not going to play for this team that has been the same exact place for the past 5, 6, 7 years. I don't blame him.
They are a little cursed.
Okay,
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Anyway.
Josh, that's you.
Yo, Carmelo
yo.
Anthony.
Let's get into it.
Let me read you something real quick. Carmelo Anthony, we all know this guy, right?
I've never heard of him.
NCAA champion. Let me read off a list of things right here.
The Orange Man.
NBA All-First Team, rookie team. NBA scoring champion 2013.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
2-time All-NBA second team. 9-time NBA All-Star and 3-time Olympic gold medalist.
The only men's basketball player ever to win 3 gold
Only.
medals.
And has the highest scoring. What is it? He's had the most points of all Olympic basketball players,
Yeah.
men's basketball players. One noticeable accomplishment missing from that list of accomplishments is the fact that he has never won an NBA Finals, never won an NBA
Waiting
championship.
for that one to drop.
Will Carmelo Anthony ever win an NBA championship?
Nope.
His college coach said no, then I'm going to say no.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
not happening.
If it'll happen, it'll happen this year, and it won't happen.
It won't happen.
It won't.
Like Noah and Derrick Rose.
No, it's not.
Like,
Now-
that's
no.
not the
Now,
answer.
Josh,
What's that?
you didn't set this up for us.
I didn't.
Is he gonna win an NBA championship as a player or as a coach? Because if you say as a coach, then there's still hope.
I don't see Carmelo as a coach.
I don't see
I mean,
him
but why?
coaching
I
either.
mean, I think was Jim Boeheim really saying that? I think he was saying in that interview that the NBA had kind of failed him because he didn't have the right instruments, the right role play, or the right players around him to win an NBA
Yeah, he said that
championship.
he's never been on a team
So-
that gave him a fighting chance to
Yeah,
be
yes.
competitive. He wasn't dogging Carmelo.
No, he
of
wasn't
course,
dogging
the media
Carmelo.
and the reporters, like you
Right.
make your your headline to get people to draw people in, which we did. But no, he wasn't dogging Carmelo, but he just laid down the truth. I mean, I remember coming to LA before I moved here and watching him play when he would play the Clippers or the Lakers when he was a
She got so excited talking about the Clippers.
Clippers,
Let me have a drink.
or whatever, have your drink. And as a Nugget, and I just remember then, like, I think he is an awesome individual player. But to me, he's not one of the play. He's not a Kobe. He's not an MJ. He's not someone
He's
who
not.
makes everyone else better. Like, he's gonna get the points. He's gonna have the stat line. He's gonna win the gold medal. But there's just something about Carmelo. I'm not saying that he's not a leader because I think he's very intelligent. I think he is a leader in a sense.
But not in the sense that he'll win an NBA championship. He's not that kind of leader.
I don't know.
I think
is it lacking
there's a
killer
factor.
instinct?
That's exactly
What
what
is
it is.
it?
I think it's the killer instinct because there's something that brings. I mean, he's such a smooth player. He can hoop. He
Yeah.
can score the ball. But I think they'll have a better season this year, adding if Derrick Rose is healthy.
Tony
Well,
Romo?
Tony
If
Romo
he
went
is
down,
Tony-
so-
yeah, exactly. If
Yeah.
he's healthy, they added Joakim Noah, Brandon Jennings, Courtney Lee. They have better guards around him, but it's just that killer instinct, that work ethic. I think that's what's missing for him because he came in with LeBron.
Yeah, he did.
And
Number
you
three
see
pick.
that those two
And they're only
were
a year
going
apart.
Yes, and those two were compared to each other. I would say in the first couple of years in the league when they first started, and you see LeBron obviously bringing his team together. It's that killer.
Dwayne
It's
Wade
that
drafted
want,
right after him.
Yeah.
that will
year.
to win. I think that's what he's kind of like on the
CP3
court. He's
in
kind
that
of like
too?
lackadaisical. I say.
he's kinda like laid back.
just
Wasn't
cool.
very
Was
laid back.
CP3 in that same draft class? Was he before that?
I think he came
No,
a
I
little bit
think he came-
after.
Yeah, he might have
After?
been
No,
after.
he's older than they
Is
are.
he?
No, they are.
But remember, he came out as a senior.
Yeah, okay, I forgot.
Carmelo
Yeah.
came out after he won the championship
Freshman
at
year.
Syracuse,
Freshman
and
year.
LeBron
Right.
obviously was, a
LeBron,
man-child in
yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. So, in the NBA's or the NBA players' mindset, is it the same winning a gold medal as to a NBA championship,
No.
or is it better to win the NBA championship?
No, it's better to win an NBA championship. Let me tell you why. Winning a gold medal, you're basically playing with an all-star team.
Except for this year, this was not an all-star team.
Even still, this was a team that it's not. It's better than your average NBA
yeah.
team.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is. It is.
They've got
It
all,
is.
they have
No,
all
let's not
stars.
even-
The majority
it
of the
is.
players were all stars.
Exactly.
In the regular
so
season.
so winning a gold medal with an all-star team against the world who competitively has gotten better, but is still not quite there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Their
I mean,
competition averaged like less than one player per team had an NBA guy.
Yeah,
Like France,
yeah.
Argentina.
But Serbia and Australia and Spain each
They
had.
gave
I
him
think-
some
I
work.
think
They gave him some work, but it's not NBA championship.
not-
No, I agree.
because
Yeah.
once
If
again,
you're
you're not
starting
playing with
five.
a team full of 1 or 2 superstars and some role players.
Yeah.
You're playing with a bunch of
But
superstars.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like in the Olympics, they played down to the level of their competition. Like, you're playing against maybe 1 or 2 NBA players, and you guys are all NBA players. That sometimes when you're playing against a team with less talent, sometimes you can do that. I think they're just, I don't know. You
don't
can't
think-
really compare the
They-
two.
they-
I don't think
They
that's
did
as
play
much as
down
a
a
factor
little
as the fact that other teams are getting better.
Wait, other
countries
are getting better.
They are.
because they're
They
because they're
want
playing
to
us.
they
They
want
do.
to beat
Yeah.
USA
They're
so
comfortable.
bad.
But you
That's
know
another
what?
thing.
They
They want to
do.
go take them out because if you beat USA, I don't care if you don't win the
That's
gold
huge.
champion.
That's
That's
huge.
the
Yeah.
gold
That is the
medal
goal.
for them.
Right.
All these other teams are getting better. But I want to answer your question about does it matter? Here's my thing. We're talking money, okay? You're getting drafted to play in the NBA, the history of the Olympic team until what, 92?
92.
Oh yeah, like
You can only have college players on
yeah,
the
we
team.
weren't even sending real
Okay,
people.
so what are you getting hyped about? You shouldn't even be playing in that.
Well, I think the Dream Team though set a new precedence. Like I think that once we had Michael Jordan, like it became
That set a lasting precedent.
Yeah, it did. So maybe before the Dream Team, took the stage, the international stage, we didn't have an affinity for Olympic basketball, but now it's something to aspire towards. So prior to '92, yeah, but now like. And I'm not saying
know.
I'm not saying
Where
that
are
gold
you getting
medals.
your money
I'm
from?
getting kind of bored with the NBA. I mean, Olympic basketball because we are beating every. I mean, I was happy to see some Australia get close and Serbia
Yeah,
get
me
close.
too.
Because I mean, other than that, it's just you're out there playing some middle schoolers.
But the fact
Technically.
the fact that we are dismissing the importance or the significance of Olympic gold medals just speaks to how elitist we are as Americans, our attitudes. We
have the best league in the world.
We do. But again, like this is just more
Yeah.
evidence about how our elitist attitude towards, competition. Because granted, I agree. An NBA championship to me would mean worlds more than an Olympic gold medal. But the Olympics, it's the joining of the world, like from a global perspective.
Yep.
Like that's a huge achievement. So back to how we say the NBA and the NFL championships are the world championships. Americans are we're a little bit self-serving and full of ourselves.
Do you think they'll change it
I'm
at
gonna
some
go with
point?
NBA.
Well, to your point, in 2020, they're going to bring baseball back. I know you're all not excited except for me. But
Home run derby, I'll watch that.
But it's during baseball
baseball wasn't
season.
there anymore.
It's during baseball season, so it's mostly going to be college players and minor league players. I would love to see that for the NBA or not the NBA. They have college players play for the Olympic team.
The college players they're not gonna good college players are not gonna risk their bodies to go play and to train.
See, the business
They
of
might win a gold
sports
medal.
has actually
Depends.
tainted
Maybe like
the
the-
competition level for the Olympics.
Say that
The
again.
business of American sports.
Well, yes, the business of American
Yeah.
sports has tainted the level of competition during the Olympics. I don't get hyped for it anymore.
Yeah, it was hard to get
For
up
basketball, for any
for
sport.
certain sports.
for the game.
basketball.
I-
I mean,
I mean, are
agree
you talking
with
about
you.
for Olympic sports?
Yeah, are you talking about for basketball Olympics
I'm
or just
talking
any
about
Olympic?
I'm talking about
Any
your
sport?
major force. So your basketball, football,
Gotcha.
baseball. What else?
I thought you were talking about Olympics in general. I was like,
But I'm saying,
girl, did you watch the Olympics?
but I'm saying out of the major four that we consume as Americans, basketball is the only one that's at the Olympics. I don't care about it. I don't care.
This Olympics, it probably was because of the players. It wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, although I consider it on par with an All-Star team, it wasn't your elite.
It wasn't your Kobe, your LeBron, your
Yeah.
CP. I mean, I guess Carmelo. I'm sorry, y'all. Carmelo, his little megastar label is quickly getting ready to be snatched.
This is what I think about Carmelo. Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
LeBron, we called him a man-child in high school.
Yeah.
Kobe is really a physical specimen. But Carmelo has never been known as a physical, dominant player. In fact, he was chunky
He was
for
chunky.
a while. He
Yeah,
had to
even in
lose
gym-
weight.
yeah.
So I don't think Carmelo genetically had it in him to be like a dominant star.
Puerto Rico.
I think he was
Maybe rice
just,
and beans.
Yeah, I mean, he has a different style of play. Like LeBron will bulldoze his way through the
'Cause he
lane
can.
because he can. Melo was more of like he has a quick
A
first
finesse.
step.
Quick
He's
jump,
more finesse.
get you
That's
on first
his- a
step,
jumper.
back you down, then fade.
Yeah, so that's kind of his style of play. I think that KD has kind of similar. I'm not saying their games are similar, but KD is finesse. He's not
He is.
physical. He's not aggressive. However, he made a name for himself. You don't have to be huge and buff like LeBron. You can still be finesse at like a finesse guard player like that.
I think KD and Carmelo are still in the same boat. They're still in that same boat to me.
Until one of them wins.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you can't. I don't think you can.
No,
you
but
can't
I'm
play.
talking
KD
about-
he has a further
Yeah.
to go. I mean, KD has a lot more years than Carmelo does.
He does, but
So and at this point, I think KD's better
I think
than Carmelo.
yeah, I do as well. I think KD's in his prime right now, and I think Carmelo had an opportunity to. I don't think he is. Carmelo, I don't know,
think
unless he has a comeback, unless this gold medal really like opened his eyes
No,
and like
it's
I'm
his
about
third
to kill
one.
in
Nope.
this NBA
not,
league.
not gonna happen.
But
He
is
might
KD
have a lot to
better
prove.
now? Is KD better now than Carmelo was at that age. Like, I
And
mean,
see, that's the thing.
And that's I'm like,
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Who-
And think about them at the
You see
same
what I'm
age.
saying?
How old is KD?
KD's like 27, and then Carmelo's like
Melo's like-
32,
And,
maybe.
and who surrounded him in Nuggets?
JaVale, was JaVale there?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Marcus
it was-
Camby.
Marcus
No.
Camby was
Oh,
there.
Marcus Camby was there
Yeah,
for a second.
Earl
yeah.
Boykins. Who
Was
else?
Chauncey Billups
Andre-
there?
Steve Blake.
Chauncey Billups might have been there.
I think Chauncey might
Chucky
have been.
Atkins.
I remember
Anthony
Chucky.
Carter. I mean, in Denver, he didn't have much to
He
go
didn't
on.
have-
But he,
I mean, we could say, we could say,
2008,
the same thing about
he
KD
went to the
and
Western
OKC.
Conference Finals. He went to Western Conference Finals, lost against the Lakers, but he had Chris Anderson, Chucky Atkins, Ronaldo Bachman. Chauncey Billups was there.
okay.
He had Allen Iverson
And
that
Chauncey
year.
was
Chauncey
40 by
was-
that
Right.
time.
And
Talking about
Kenyon
practice.
Martin. Remember Kenyon Martin?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Kenyon
my
Martin.
first baby father.
But
And J.R. Smith.
But
Oh, yeah,
but
JR,
could you
okay.
Was 4
compare
years into the league.
that team, those role players, to what KD was working with before he jumped ship and got on the Golden State bandwagon?
What point are you making?
My point is that we're trying to say that KD has made more of a name for himself than Carmelo, but I'm saying if you try to go back in time and compare their careers and the scope of where each of them was at this point in their lives, like KD was working
I would
with.
give it to KD. I think he's made it
Okay.
to more. I think he's made it
Yeah.
further in the playoffs for one. I think
Okay.
Carmelo's lost primarily in the first round, whether
Yeah.
it was with the Knicks or with the Nuggets. Also, he made it. I think the furthest he's gone is the Western Conference Finals. Nothing. He has I think
Okay.
1 or 2 rounds with the Knicks.
Okay.
But we see with KD, he's gone further.
Yeah.
And
KD
more
has.
often.
He has.
All I know is that they both don't have any.
They don't have
No
anything.
no hardware.
Not yet for KD, but
here's
maybe
the
this
last
year.
stat I want to throw out about Carmelo and his lack of rings. Mm-hmm. He just went through free agency, 3 seasons ago? He could have gone to the Bulls that had a very stacked team, and he opted not to.
See, that's
So-
kind of. You go ahead.
Yeah.
So Melo, to me, I think it's really just, I care about the money. I care about the big city.
The big city. That
I
was a
think he's-
curious move to me going to New York. I just.
That didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it didn't make sense
like,
to me either.
the money was there. Now, we're capitalists here. They throw a difference of 30 mil at you, you might take the extra 30. But he could have gone to Chicago. And at that time, they had a semi-healthy Derrick Rose, Joe Kim Noah, Taj. They had a core.
They did.
They had a
They
core.
did.
Was Gasol there at that point?
Actually,
He may have-
Gasol came the same season. So
yeah.
when Carmelo didn't come, they got Gasol, I believe. That's
Okay.
how that worked. But I think they could have had them both if they wanted them.
That's why I feel that KD is a step ahead of Carmelo, because Carmelo to me is comfortable.
Okay.
And
comfortable.
as that, that's his style of play. He's a smooth player, but you don't like his body language as well. Like, he's not as
A little bit lackadaisical.
yeah. And I think that that's just, you want to win, you got to make moves. Yes, the money is everything. I get that. I understand.
Because Lala likes bags.
Yeah. Well, what's it take for him to win though? If he's gonna win an NBA championship, what would it take?
Being a coach.
or
As a player though.
Oh.
as a player, I really don't. He would have to somehow make his way onto the Cavaliers.
Injuries on other
He's
teams.
never been one to really join one of those
Right in the bench.
super teams.
Someone-
Right.
But then again,
I think LeBron would have to go down in Cleveland, and
Ooh.
Steph or KD goes down in Golden State. And then I think he might have a shot.
or
Even in the East, though, like after the Cavaliers, I mean, who's next? The Raptors. Like I
Toronto.
don't even see that the Knicks will be a formidable opponent in the
if they
East.
stay
I
healthy,
think they have a better-
I'll take them 4. I'll
They're
take
a
them
4 seed.
Yeah,
I
I
yeah.
agree with you there.
Okay.
I think
Staying
they have a
healthy.
better
After who?
chance.
After
I
Cavs,
would say-
Toronto. Who would be the third
The
seed?
dark horse is Boston. You guys.
Thank you, Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
Watch Boston.
Boston's a
point.
3 seed this year.
Boston's a 3 seed.
But the Hawks. The Hawks a 3 seed. Boston is
Teague-
a
Teague
5
is-
seed.
You said
Teague is
Toronto
gone.
already, right?
Toronto
Teague is
2
gone.
seed.
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah.
Teague
I
is
think
gone.
Toronto is
Teague's
a
gone.
2 seed. I think Chicago will be a 5 seed.
Oof. And Miami will be an 11 seed.
Who's
Or
Miami?
10 seed. I don't
Who
know
are
who
the Heat?
Exactly.
They're no one anymore.
Wait.
now.
No one.
What?
What?
D-Wade left.
Miami?
Can I move on? May
They
I
have
move
an-
on?
They have an NBA team?
Exactly.
What?
Athletes behaving badly.
What's new?
Do the crimes warrant the punishments that these athletes were given? Ryan Lochte exaggerated kidnapping story in Rio.
Oh, my
And let me
goodness.
tell you what's really funny to me. Did you guys see Al Roker and Billy
Yes.
Bush argue on the Today
That
Show?
was hilarious.
It was funny, and people were freaking out because Al Roker was so passionate. I'm like, y'all, and I hate to be the Stephen A. Smith and make it about race, but please believe, had that been, Carmelo or DeAndre Jordan down there, or anybody on that track team,
Wow.
y'all.
No. Tell the truth.
I mean,
Tell the
and so
truth.
Al Roker's response, I don't think was rooted in this is a white boy, he needs to be reprimanded. I just think that Al was just speaking from a truly, genuinely authentic, passionate, point of outrage, because
He called it what it was. Yeah. It
But
was a lie.
Call
It was
a
a lie.
spade a spade.
Call
It
it
was a
say.
lie.
But back to my Stephen A. Smith soapbox. Had that man, freaking Tyson or anybody black had broken into a gas station and pissed on the thing on the floor and vandalized whatever, they would have been calling them all kinds of thugs. These thugs.
Lord.
Is she
Let
lying?
Usain
Talk to us in
Bolt.
the comments. Is she lying though? Is she lying?
I
I don't think you're lying there.
And
No.
so, and the way that
I'm waiting on the lie.
You're waiting on the line, and the way that the not the United States, but the Olympic Committee said, "Oh, they're just kids,"
they're not.
They-
Grown
they-
man.
Kids, he's grown. He's
They're
older
grown
than
man.
you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Little kid.
So, back to the question.
What it-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you heard the comedian Paul Mooney?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
He's got the complexion for the protection. Have you heard
The
him say that?
complexion for the protection.
Got the complexion for the protection. Look at his face. You see it on
Yeah.
screen. He's got the all-American baby boyish blue eyes look.
But I tried to find the most incriminating picture. I really did, because you know how when ethnic people commit crimes, they find like the worst. They find the worst. So that was like the
Right.
worst picture I could find. But I did my due diligence.
Is
I
this
want
the
you
one
guys
with
to know.
him and the gold teeth?
No, look. Well, can you move? I don't know if you can see or
I
not. No, it's
can't.
not. But so his punishment so far has been that he's lost sponsorship deals with Polo, with Gentle Hair Removal, with Airweave, which is a mattress company, and with Speedo, which perhaps is like the
Probably
most
the
lucrative
main
one.
sponsor.
And today we found out.
yeah.
Oh, you know about this? Yeah.
Yep.
That he could possibly be summoned to testify in front of Brazil's Justice
Oh
Department.
no! I thought no.
No, what were you gonna say? Dancing with the Stars?
Dancing with the Stars.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Honey,
I
that's
can't.
suicide. That's career
This is
suicide.
the only country where you can
Right.
commit a crime,
Commit a freaking
have
crime.
the complexion for the protection, but then dance your way into some more money. and
Wait,
fame.
you're saying he booked it?
Yeah.
Yes, he's
I thought
Yeah.
he
On
lost
dance.
it.
Oh, yeah,
You
he's
are
definitely
lying.
on. He's
He
definitely
got
on.
it.
Season
Oh my
23 of Dancing with the
God.
Stars, which is
Amber
equally
Rose in it
shocking.
too. I don't know.
Oh
if you
my-
guys
I mean,
there.
You guys have got to be kidding.
Oh
He
yeah.
booked
So they
Dancing with the Stars.
essentially have
He booked it.
rewarded
Yeah.
him for his bad
Yeah.
behavior.
I can't
I
blame
live in
Dancing with the
Canada.
Stars though. I cannot blame them. They're gonna get views from that.
He's so douchey. He's like a douchebag.
Well,
y'all.
have you seen the interviews with him? He had his own shoe
Reality show,
yeah,
didn't he?
He had his own shoe line, and his shoes were right behind him, and he couldn't even describe the damn shoe. He goes and he's like, "There's a sole, and then it goes to the top, and that's his shoe."
and some laces. He's not a smart guy.
No.
No, he's
not a
not.
smart guy.
He's an
Yeah.
idiot. He's an idiot. Are you surprised that he did this? I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. And I mean, you don't have to go to a predominantly white school to know this, but I went to predominantly white school, University of Georgia, and like oftentimes, like this is like typical frat boy behavior.
It is.
You have daddy's money, you have privilege because you're rich or because complexion protection, whatever, and you're used to doing this kind of thing. And I'm sure that Ryan Lochte and his homeboys have done this kind of thing before.
Oh, yeah.
And just thought, this is what we do when we get drunk. You were getting trashed,
Right.
God, you're gonna get trashed.
And he's
Not only
probably
that,
done
but
it
you
a
then
ton of
you
times
turn the
before.
story around and flip it to
And then-
it to the non-white party, the brown, the black, whatever. We're
Yes.
in this third world country, and look what these these savages did to
look,
us.
it's
terrible.
It's honestly very
right,
racist.
by
Yeah.
putting guns to our head
Very.
and taking our money. But you peed all over their wall and tore their property.
Yeah.
And Josh, it's kind of like he knew that they'll believe me because I'm the lily white guy.
Yeah.
Right, and they'll believe me in this country where it's the white guy versus these brown colored
in this
individuals.
country.
And you know what? And I in my mind, I didn't tell anybody this, but I thought so far back is remember the Susan Smith story back in the day
the
where
kids,
she took her kids, she
her kids.
put them in the car
In
and
the
then
lake.
drowned them in the lake
Yeah.
and blamed it
And
on some
she did.
fictionary black man.
She did.
This may not be to that extreme, but at the same time, he committed a crime and then blamed
No, I
Blame
remember
the
that.
ethnic people.
the ethnic people.
But
It has worked for so many years. He thought, yo, I can get another one over.
Yeah.
I can dupe the whole country. I can dupe two
the
countries.
whole world.
I can dupe two continents. Wait, no,
that.
same continent.
Yeah,
It's all
No,
America.
different. North America,
wait,
South
no.
America.
And you guys
North
got to
America,
realize,
same continent, different continent.
Different continents.
Brazil
Wait,
got
no.
so much flack before the
Uh-oh.
Olympics even
That's
started. Brazil got so much flack before the Olympics even started. He's thinking, well, the world's media will think that these guys are just, living in shambles and it's a complete disaster year anyways. I can make up whatever. And because they've had so much bad press before, they'll be guilty just by the previous bad press.
Mm-hmm.
But Ryan Lochte, he needs his ass whooped.
He sure
Okay, so I don't
He
think he's
needs
been
his ass
suspended yet from the national team. The only punishment so far, I believe, has been the losing the sponsorship deals with Polo, gentle hair removal,
and Hope
air
Solo got
ridiculous,
suspended.
Okay,
Yes.
so should he be suspended? We're going to talk about Hope Solo. That's one of our next things. Yeah.
Should be, yes.
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 Yes,
Because he
okay.
did not represent
Absolutely.
Team USA.
Yes.
He did not represent the United States as a country, and he
Absolutely.
he behaved badly while wearing the USA colors, and as an Olympian, he should be suspended.
And he
Sure.
was drinking, essentially on the job.
He was drinking on the job, but I think his competitions were finished at that point.
I don't give a damn.
It's still.
Hope Solo got suspended from international play for 6 months for her coward comments after the women lost to Sweden. Okay, well, let me just tell you about Hope Solo. So Hope Solo also has several other infractions in her past as a professional soccer player. She got a 30-day suspension after her husband was arrested for drunk driving. He was drunk driving a women's national team van, and she was riding shotgun, and she was also drunk. So he was like drunk driving on their property. Also, she's the same soccer player who fought her sister and nephew in 2014 and got arrested for that. And she basically gave a non-apology. She made her statement, but she did not apologize for saying that the Swedish team were a bunch of cowards for playing conservatively. 6 month suspension. She'll only miss 2 games during that 6 month time span. Her next eligibility date will be February the 17th. Does that punishment fit the crime for calling those people cowards?
Before I say what I'm going to say,
Say it.
I see why she did it. The coach that coaches the Sweden team used to coach the U.S. team.
Okay.
And she said something about the U.S. team before they started playing. And it was disrespectful.
Okay.
And the way that the U.S. retaliated
say?
was not the best, but I get why she did it. Because she's calling them a coward because of the remarks that they made to the U.S. team, not because of why they lost. Because they
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. So should she have been suspended for 6 months?
Yes.
From international play, but not from club play. Is that what happened?
I think
I think it's both.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
She can't play
Who-
soccer at all.
She's
Who
not getting
suspended
paid.
her though? Because there's no governing body that
the president
governs
of the United States soccer team, I believe, suspended
soccer.
her.
Because I think that's different than club play.
Oh,
I
well,
believe.
I mean, that's a good point. I'm not sure, but
She can't play and she's not getting paid.
And the
until
reason,
February.
February
the reason
Yeah.
I wanted to clarify that is because I think the reason that they're suspending her from at least the national team is the fact that she said this after an international competition. And so had this been a club, league game, it probably wouldn't have been the same punishment.
Yeah, they were the favorites, and because they lost, she was butthurt, and
Yeah.
she came out with the comment.
Frustration.
Yeah,
It's more of like she was representing USA at the time that she said it, so let's, show some goodwill to our whoever we're playing that
So
we're going to
good
suspend this.
punishment, yes or no? 6 months.
Not really.
Raina?
I don't think it's a
But
good
she gets more punishment
No
than
punishment, no punishment.
than Lochte, right? Essentially.
Yeah,
That's
right now,
right.
yeah.
I
But wasn't Hope
completely
Solo
disagree.
on Dancing with the
Wait,
Stars already or no?
What do you say?
I think that Hope
She
Solo
was.
has been given a raw deal.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
And I'm not. Well, let me just set this up. Hope Solo is a graduate of the University of Washington, as am I. She lives in Seattle. That's where I'm from.
And she's a thug.
Yeah.
And I'm a
well,
thug,
see,
too.
You're a little biased. You're a little biased.
I'm a thug too. But no, this is what
You're
I gotta,
not a thug.
I'm a prissy thug.
Well, she's a thug. She has an arrest record.
And her husband is a thug.
Okay.
Okay, he's played for the Seahawks. All right. They are.
Is he black?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
They are Bobby and Whitney, Ike and Tina 2.0.
By the way, Stephen, engineer,
funny.
we saw you go from 60 minutes to 3 minutes to
I
rap.
know.
I saw that.
Shade. But
He cut our show by 3 minutes.
now, I don't have the exact quote, but somebody brought it up today on TV saying that Cristiano Ronaldo did something similar. Okay, but Cristiano Ronaldo's a man. And
True.
to me, her punishment is more about her being a woman and them saying, sit your ass down, be a woman, get in the kitchen, don't say
See,
anything.
I disagree. I think her punishment is more about her bad reputation that has preceded
But
her.
Could be,
everybody
could be.
has a bad reputation.
But not in
Josh
soccer.
Nor-
I think
but
saying a
People in
coward
soccer
playing
have-
like
This is
cowards is really
sports.
that bad though.
But
this is sports.
Women in
it's not that
soccer.
bad. It's not that bad.
If
Playing
I
like
can't-
cowards.
If I can't talk smack, then I shouldn't be doing this. This is sports. This is why we love it. Because the smack talk creates anticipation for the next game. I think this was terrible. It's a bad look. It's
Terrible.
sexist.
Yeah.
Terrible.
If Chris Paul said that,
See,
they
I
wouldn't
don't
suspend him.
think
Chris
it's
Paul
sexist.
said something sexist last year.
They would suspend
and I
him.
love Chris Paul, but for him to criticize the ref, who happened to be a woman, was wrong.
Well, she was effing up though.
But to say that she needs to find another profession, honey, Chris, come on. I love you
There's
down.
plenty of other refs that probably.
I
was
love-
finding
I
those
love-
But y'all, they used to give Joey Crawford a hard time too. So hold on, let's not.
No,
I know,
I'm just saying,
I know.
if he would have said the same thing, he would not have been suspended.
Yes.
If any
ahead.
male player who says anything would not have been suspended. And I just want to bring this up. Josh Norman literally went on national TV 3 days ago and gave Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, he gave him a verbal lashing.
But everybody gives Roger Goodell a verbal lashing.
But
and he
he's the
deserves it.
commissioner.
Yes.
He's writing your check. And Roger Goodell didn't feel the need to suspend Josh Norman.
But see, I disagree that Hope Solo got. First of all, I don't think she should have gotten suspended. For
No.
six.
I
And I don't think so because like now that creates a very like slippery slope of precedent. Like you can't ever talk trash. You can't ever say anything that the president doesn't agree with.
And who did she say it to?
She said it
In
to
an
the
interview.
press in an interview. But I don't think it's about her being a woman. I do think it's about her thug reputation that has preceded her. Like she's been arrested. She and her husband were driving the women's national team, drunk. She, beat up her
Domestic
nephew.
violence. So
Domestic violence,
all that
Yeah.
aggregated led up to this.
That's what I think. I don't think it's
I
just
think it
her.
has a little bit to do with that. But at the end of the day, male athletes are allowed to physically mess up. If they say something wrong, very rarely are they suspended. Now, if they hit their wives, they slap their girlfriends in an elevator, then yeah, get them out of here. But they can say what they want to say.
They may get a fine, but they're not.
Yeah,
they might get a fine.
but she should have gotten a
Not
fine.
Give her a fine.
Oh, but y'all, it's soccer. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, not to say that football is not important. But
The last thing I'm going to say is that it's a totally different aspect of a team, sport. And a football or basketball or baseball, that's more in the limelight.
It is, yeah.
And so with soccer, if you say something that's poor or you say something that is
it's
disrespectful,
more of a button-up, white
yeah,
collar type.
That's
sport.
exactly
That's
what
I
I'm
think.
saying.
Yeah, that's
I
what
know,
I
but
gotta agree with
limelight, I don't know,
Paul.
because soccer is
We
the
gotta go.
international limelight. So it's the most popular sport in the world. But.
Man, free Boosie, free Hope
Hope
Solo,
Solo.
free Gucci Mane.
But don't free Josh Brown. We didn't just talk about that, but we got to maybe piggyback off of that next week because Josh Brown should have had his butt suspended as long as Ray Rice. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll talk about it next week.
Amen.
Whatever. Guys, thank you for watching Sports Weekly every Thursday night at 7 o'clock on Black Hollywood Live. We are back from hiatus, so you can watch us every single week with the Final Five. The Final Five. We might add someone to put on the bench, maybe. We'll see.
This is the bench.
You're not the bench. You're in
You're
the
in
starting
the game.
five. I'm Erica
five,
Davis.
top
You can
five.
find me on Snapchat, Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, on Insta Story. Follow my Insta
Is that
Story.
what it's called?
I don't know.
Insta
I call it
Story.
Insta
Insta
Snap.
chat.
I call it
Erica
Insta
Renee
chat.
D.
Yep. You can find me on all that stuff too at JJ the Talented.
Hey guys, Charlie Myers. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Charlie L. Myers.
And I'm Raina Ale. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Raina_Ale.
And if you want to find me on the couch, hit me up at McCall Hall when sports and pop culture collide.
And always follow Black Hollywood Live on BlackHollywoodLive.com. Follow Black Hollywood Live on Twitter at BHL Online. Follow us on Instagram at The Sports Weekly. We will see you guys next Thursday night at 7. Enjoy NFL preseason. College football starts next week. Holla!
Hey.
Yay.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Keven Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.